Yeah.
Terry,
Yep.
do you have the take one? Because he's
Yep.
coming backwards now. He's coming
Yep.
back
That's some
towards.
real good shots of him.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Oh, beautiful jump. Oh, that was pretty.
Did you
Aren't
see?
they beautiful?
And you got that on
Oh,
tape?
they were so pretty. Yep. Got her all on.
Good. Very good. They are so.
In Buffalo, where we unloaded grain, there to use a leg, and that's just a leg that comes down so, and it's got a series of buckets on, high-speed buckets that just keep digging right into the grain, and down they go. When they get down to the bottom, then they have the grain what they call the grain scoopers, sweepers and scoopers, and they come aboard and they rig up an elaborate system of ropes and scoops. The scoops are about yay wide. All they are is aluminum, and stand about that high, and just a little curve on them. And this thing pulls them back, and then pulls the grain up to the lake, and then they're fastened to the lake, and they're fastened to the bulkheads and to the all around. Well, but they would like the boat I was on that I was captain on. We was in that grain and coal trade. We didn't haul any ore at all on that small boat like that anymore. But the grain is. But like you were asking about cleaning up. Okay, so the guy would the ore dock would they send shovelers down there, and they clean up pretty good. Because everything that they don't take, and we'd go down and sweep. We'd send our men down there and sweep, and they would have to sweep and keep up with the shovelers and get all the ore they possibly could, because whatever was left in there had to be pulled out. There's no mixing the ore with the coal.
Yeah.
The earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
is
like that. Norma was always like that too, you know. She was.
There's Duffy Dog. He's taking a picture of dear old Duffy Dog. Bark for him, Duffy. Give him a yap. Duffy Dog.
They give you a sound on this too, Everett, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the whole works. You have to
Man, oh man.
put on your best acting ability, otherwise you
But look at my pants.
don't
I got bags in my
really get full effect. It's pure high cholesterol and the best. But you take away the cholesterol effect by throwing a liberal amount of garlic on it. Ouch. Keep your fingers away from the edge, it's hot.
Well, you can tell who the hams are.
Ooh, that's for burning.
Too big for the TV camera. We gotta back off a little bit here. Oh,
Gotta put up your... Yeah.
oh, smoke signals!
Woo! Chief Chef!
Chief Chef.
Woohoo!
Butch 'em, burn 'em. Possibly.
It's a travesty. It's terrible that you use a fish knife on steak, but we'll try to keep the fish taste off anyway.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
We've got some carpenter ants there in your
Oh,
gosh.
what are we gonna do now?
I don't know.
Are they pounding with hammers or are they sawing?
I don't know. They're getting busy. Got my bikes all covered with sawdust in there.
Oh, yes, I remember. That's right. We had a large carpenter ant going in there the other day.
Oh,
Yeah,
do you have a name?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. From Florida, he was.
One of the Kinney clan from Florida, I believe it was, that was toying around with boards.
What did you make, Mark? Huh?
What do you mean?
Did you make something on the garage?
Yeah,
There's more to go on it because I gotta get Everett.
work just
Our
right.
timer's gone.
Timer is gone.
We've
I
lost
killed a one.
control. Something's got to be done.
Sorry, Mark. Just trying to kill flies.
Well, here he comes.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but the only thing that's you got any coolness to it is this old style.
Oh, the export is.
Export foodie
warm.
warm. There's
At
one.
68 degrees probably from being in the truck all afternoon. That's my fish knife. I just was telling Terry that it's sacrilegious, but I'm gonna cut the steak with the fish knife. And
You can't do that.
y-
They
y-
won't cut steak.
We're gonna try.
Do that.
Gotta
the
make an effort. Make a new inroad on science.
steak's gonna taste like codfish.
It's probably a little dull. We've filleted several fish with it, and I haven't used a stone knife.
Finland.
Yeah, we have one of those. They're really sharp knives. You gotta watch out.
You see, the reason that thing
Good
cost
knives.
$8, and the trouble is it's hard to teach Finns how to write. And when
Well,
you
they don't
get
write
one,
in
you have
English.
to
That's
pay
the problem
You
with
have to
them.
pay a big price for it, and that's he signs every knife personally. That's one of the three people in
does he sign
Finland
it?
that write, I think.
He signs it in English. He doesn't sign
Yeah.
it in English. That's a problem. Those guys, they haven't taught those Finlanders how to speak English yet. I think that's a real problem. That's why they're where they are today.
Adel last night. I think Wesley is married to a Finnish girl.
Oh,
You know, our second
uh-huh.
Wesley.
520.
Called, Ivan.
Seagull.
Yeah.
I thought that looked kind of familiar.
Ivan, what is this
really
called?
like
A flop?
So do I.
First flip.
First flip.
Of course. Well, yeah, see, it's pretty much like mine, but I wish they would have done my numbers
Looks
like
good,
that. They put
looks
those
good.
that radium in there, and that radium disappears.
Yeah, well, this
Got a
has
good
got it
fire
on
underneath
here,
there,
and then it's on those points there.
Yeah, but it still gives you. I mean, see, this is
Yeah.
going to be gone in
Oh,
4
I got-
more
I
years.
gotta
They won't
take
even be
it
able
back.
to
I
see
gotta
those
get
Well,
dots.
butter on
anyway,
it.
this one it's supposed to have a
That
fiber
butter all
factory,
burned
Yeah,
off
that's
on
what
the
this one
other
does
side.
too.
but I don't know. I paid 125 somewhere in that neighborhood. Plus
Yeah.
the tax.
Well, this one's supposed to be waterproof to
Oh,
100
this-
meters, so that's
Well, this
I
I don't believe it's waterproof, but it's not.
I bang this thing hard foot.
Now where's this? Now where we're supposed to stand?
Right, same thing here.
Well, this isn't
Say
so
something now.
It's more resistant to scratches than any of mine. Guys,
Come on. Oh, Dapper.
Karen heard she was going to be on the movies, and she dressed up.
No, I had to show this to them. This is my Mexican.
There was a
This is
poor
my
woman in
This is
Mexico.
where I learned to
A poor
bargain.
woman in Mexico, starving to death. You know, her kids were all at her feet, no food, and Karen's ripping her off out of another $1.50. You know, getting that dress down, one more
Listen, I
$1.50.
bought one blouse for
That poor
$10
woman.
and everybody was just mad at me because I didn't bargain. They shouldn't say a thing. I mean, shoot.
Once Karen took that little cat away from that little kid, she's just been the meanest person in the world. There's been no mercy.
Oh, tell them about the dog too. Grab the dog out of the kid's
Grabbed the
arms.
dogs. When we went to buy little baggins out of the pet shop, Karen went and little kids were looking at the dogs, and Karen just snatched that dog. Said, I'll take that one. This little kid was looking at his empty hands and looking at his mother and crying, and Karen was right up there
These
putting
stories.
the old master charge on the counter. Says, that one's mine.
Why can't I have
If he can't get the bucks up in
That's
time,
right.
forget it.
That 5-year-old kid doesn't have the bread, then don't let him mess with the merchandise.
I'll give you one. But I'm not sure you want one. It's got alcohol in it.
this one?
There, you got
Grandma, sit
a lot
over
of
here.
sunshine there, Mother.
Oh, I'm gonna go look at the flowers.
Okay.
Watch out you don't trip over.
We got quite a few weeds down there amongst them, but the flowers have been doing better than the weeds, really.
Oh, that's the way you want it?
Yep.
Either that or you want to start incorporating your weeds into your flowers. Say those are flowers and quit calling them weeds. It's a lot of matter of definition.
Well, the weeds this year in my garden are the worst they've ever been.
All the water.
Combination of water and warm weather, plus the fact that I've had so much berries, I just have neglected it.
Yeah, but you know that's going to make a good green mulch if you can get them before they seed.
Yeah,
If
I have
they
to
don't
get down
seed.
there now at night.
Or night before last. Oh. That cleaned off. They worked 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
They were running steady and
Arnold Anderson said last Sunday when I saw him at church, he said they came at 9 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night and at 3:30 in the morning
Tells
they
you
were
where
done.
you is. where
It looked like it looked like a city moving around out there.
uh-huh.
You know, really
Yeah,
back in
we
there.
got
But
lost.
yeah, but you know what he
Yeah,
said?
they had,
he directed me
Arnold
where
had
the
about
duck-
20 acres up there, and then
duck, they
there
were
was
deep.
Berg's old 40,
Yeah.
and Willard
sounds
must have
about
had
right.
50 or something like that.
Dad, you
And then there was
remember
another
the
10 or
geese
15 up in the corner
when we
here.
were on?
Bulldog.
Is he learning new tricks?
He's not learning new tricks. He just gets stomped on is all that happens with him now. He doesn't move whether he gets stomped on or not.
Got whiskers.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have let Karen come out here because now all the smoke's coming over here.
Why?
Well, it always follows beauty, you know.
Oh.
Smoke
Oh,
always follows.
well,
Or-
thanks.
Or is it age? I can't remember.
Yes, it had to be something else.
I can't remember which one. Well, one of those two. Which the other?
I was gonna say, that's the first compliment I've had.
Of course, I'm sitting over here too.
Oh!
That may be part of it. I don't know.
It must have rained hard. It's wet.
Yeah, it rained.
No, it didn't
But
rain.
not hard, I don't think.
About enough, a good sprinkling, Mother, to keep
Look at
the
all the clovers. Are
dust
there any
out.
four-leaf
Yeah.
ones down there?
Hardly.
Four-leaf clovers.
No.
it's dried. The bench is
I
dried
guess
off
it
already. Table's dried off.
Yeah, it is.
Must be 55 years since I looked for a four-leaf clover.
I looked for some out here. I think you got them all 55 years ago.
You can
I
make
did
one.
find
I know
one.
how you can make
Oh,
them.
You're not supposed to make them.
Oh, yeah. That's the first I noticed was the sunshine. Don't stand in the sun. Ever stand in the sun? Stand in
I
the
like
shade.
it. I like it. It gives my hair body. I have more body now than I've ever had in my life. From the gray hair.
That is pretty.
She's been worried a lot the past
Yeah,
couple of years.
right.
That's-
I don't blame her. She's been down there in that
Texas, yeah, I got
Plenty about to worry about.
There's a lot to worry about in Texas, that's right. It's a big state, it's got big worries.
Sure. That's pretty hot stuff, man.
Must have been worried.
Oh, hey, we can have Mark's fingers for supper. We can smoke those fingers. Yeah, that tastes pretty good.
No, you know what I do?
Put your fingers out here. Well, that's chopped off fingers.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds pretty good. I bet
That
those
sounds
fingers
pretty
taste
awful,
pretty
doesn't
good. Hey, look at those holes. They're just right size. We can stick one in every hole there.
Yeah. Roast them good.
Oh,
Yeah, we only three. We don't need
Well, we
five.
only, there's
We'll
not,
take three.
probably not that many people that like fingers here.
No.
Only
No, I don't
few
care.
people that like fingers, so probably just be about right.
Go get substance.
you roll over now?
to
Huh?
Toby.
Can you roll?
Happy birthday to Toby. Happy birthday, dear Toby. Happy birthday to you.
Is it Toby's birthday today?
17.
17.
It's 30th.
Yep.
Anybody that would like to share any profound words with Toby, we'll show them sometime.
What are you doing, Toby?
I'm working.
Hope you're working.
Having a good time.
Probably not when
Where's your birthday cake?
Yeah, where's your birthday cake, Toby? We haven't had any birthday. Oh, that's not a cake.
What's the matter?
Well, oh, winner.
That's happy birthday and dog
You bet what? That's mother right away. Water.
Now don't go pet nobody. Don't pet nobody over there. Get into it.
Hands
Say, Karen and Wayne, how do you like your steaks?
I like mine. I like mine so they don't moo anymore. I like
I
moo
like a
cooked
rare
out of them.
phone.
No, because I was going to say I almost forgot about it. I forgot, in fact. Otherwise I could have got.
Ruby did too. We ate all. We had bratwurst here for a long time, and then we ate it up a couple nights ago.
Somebody tossed it up on you.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to grow some dill.
I know.
Sounds like that's part of it. He doesn't use any garlic either in his
No, but use mustard.
mustard.
Yeah, mustard.
Oh, that's delicious.
Mustard seed.
Yeah.
And alum.
Yeah, that's to make them crispy.
Yeah, a little bit of alum.
Yeah.
Not very much.
Well, I need that recipe.
Yeah, well, you have to. Well, I can't get it.
I'll have to write and ask.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna remember to send you that thing on those bicycles too.
I don't think your
forgotten that.
fingers are long enough.
Okay.
So I'll get that to you when we get home. Use
I don't
information.
I don't know whether I'll ever be interested in it.
You can look at it and
Sure.
think about it.
Well, I would guess that I'd probably have to look for a distributor in this area
I
someplace,
think my
you know.
fingers are as long as
You know,
Well, I think what they do,
this is really done for me. But
that's not quite done for me. I think what they would do is send them to you mostly assembled in a box, and you have to put the redo it. But it is a pain. It takes you a half an hour to do it.
Yeah, or better. But I remember doing that with mine. I'd taken it over to the where I got it, you know, the hardware store there.
Yeah.
Well, he had got it pretty good, but then I guess I took it off to put on get a new tire or something like that. And then the next, I thought, the heck with it, I'm going to I'm gonna do it myself. And then I finagled around and what happened. Pretty soon, bingo, all of a sudden I hit the combination and
Yeah.
then it was good.
Well, the two screws, one just limits the outward movement and the other one limits the inward movement. And
Oh,
what
yeah.
you've got to do is get those, the hardest part is to get the cable with the right amount of tension on it so that you can get the full range of gears.
Yeah,
And
right.
The two screws are fairly easy. You can screw it in until you want to prevent the inner screw, or keep it from hitting the spokes
Oh,
and throwing the chain spokes. And the outer one, you want to keep it from throwing it off the outer
yeah.
ring. So those two screws they're reasonable adjusting,
yeah.
but that tension on the brake,
Ruby,
put some more decent.
come look at the steak.
I don't know if it'll be cool yet, but we got some more decent.
Hey, Ruby.
Special export.
Yeah, but I can pick up.
When
She
you go through
disappeared.
Algoma,
No,
no, then you're gonna go through Green Bay. You'll wanna, I would guess that you wanna go.
well, there's got to be a liquor store somewhere along there.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Somewhere, maybe in Madison. It'll probably be Madison because it'll be noon before we get there.
Here, it's done to there.
We can get some somewhere.
It shouldn't be too much
I'm
longer.
not worried about it.
Hello.
Because I would guess that going
we,
to Madison, that you'd, rather than taking that route through Algoma,
A little bit longer.
the longer than that's
Vince,
good.
it should be
Go back to,
getting pretty well done.
Okay.
go back up here to Solona
Don't
Road,
take very long.
Oh, I need
Go
a
west.
battery up too.
Yeah.
to S, and then make a right and go to
Ah,
H.
another
and then go up
Another consultant.
through
I'm
Maplewood
looking
and
at
keep
the
going right
stakes.
straight west.
See if it's
Until you get to
going
Oh,
right.
is that
57.
beautiful?
Okay, you go to H.
It really is
Yeah.
great.
And you go through, you'll be
Solona
going-
will get you to H. And
No,
That's
Solona
nice
will get you
turn,
to S.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is that beautiful?
Then you make
Go
a
over
right
again.
on S, and you go about a half a mile.
So you go back towards
Well,
Sturgeon
well
Bay.
People that like well
I've
done
done
here
these
for
ones,
me
yeah.
to
Highway H. The next turn.
Everett and Wayne
To the left.
Okay, then
little
it'll
more
take you to
heat
50.
in there,
H will take you to 57.
sliced off a couple of
Very good, that's good.
No, H will take you to Maplewood, and then you just simply
Get it in
No, I'm
there?
gonna get Everett. This is my last chance to get Everett.
Down the hatch.
Close enough.
Where's your glass of water? Where's your glass of water? Don't you want a glass of water? No, okay, I'll take you my coffee. Okay.
I will, I like to let her, yeah. the
Okay,
water
where's
is
the
good.
pastor? We gotta have Grace here. Are you what?
He's transferred to a new job.
All right, I'll say Grace. You
And
Okay.
you want cream or milk?
Milk.
gotta wait for Ruby yet.
Do you want
make
coffee,
your
Eric?
own.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll have
Oh, I
some.
mean, I'll put some
Yeah, just put some hot.
water in
You
it.
just want it black?
Then we can all get down together and, no, I'm gonna bring some.
Is this real coffee?
No, that's brim.
That's genuine brim.
gonna be too strong.
Okay, pass it
She
down.
knows how to drink coffee. He doesn't drink with all that other stuff in it.
Oh, who put all beer in front of the milk?
Who did that?
Who did that?
Who would know
Never mind the milk.
Yeah, right.
The steak's getting cold, the Auzeus. Oh, bring a spoon for the Auzeus too.
See here?
Always present when Ivan makes steak.
Oh, this is great. We're in casserole.
Oh, my milk pitcher.
Yeah, she cut this up again, so Grace.
There. Oh, that's a good light too, boy. Oh, boy. Too bright light.
Was that for us to eat by or?
Yeah, we're picture taken
I
by.
know.
Well, where's Terry going?
Sister, uh-oh.
His sister. God.
Uh-oh, dear, that was
It's
a
hard to
mistake.
believe Karen has close blood relative. God.
What do you mean?
Brothers and sisters. God.
Oh, we got that.
Yeah, reach it. The little one. That's the big one.
Do you think that's enough?
Well, I thought one of the kids might.
Like milk.
Oh, I was gonna say, maybe we
I gotta
could
let the
refill
dogs
that or
in.
something for the people drinking coffee.
Oh, you like it like I like it. You put sugar in too?
Oh, honey, put some kernels. Kernels in it.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's been in freeze-dried stuff, it should melt. It should dissolve.
Yeah, it should, but
Oh, no,
I
I
don't
don't
care if
want
it's in
that
a
stuff
waterproof
again.
can or
The moisture,
Okay.
probably.
Wave it, where,
Again and
let's
again.
just,
Sing.
What?
Grace, go in here.
Here.
What grace do you want to say?
Everett's gonna say grace.
Everett's gonna say grace. All right, everybody hang
Okay,
on.
let Everett hold hands.
Lord, we thank thee for this food, for health and friends we share. Enrich our faith, give strength to serve, and keep us in your care. Amen.
Okay.
Shoot it. Yes, sir.
That is
Well, should we just start here with the Everett in front of us?
We could have done a little better. Maybe next year we can do a little better with it.
Next year.
We'll have the
There's room
men.
for improvement.
Yeah, there's always room for improvement. I think we can do a little better with
Yeah,
it.
we'll have,
What do you want, whipped
how many
cream on
men?
that- on your
There were three.
cheesecake?
That's right, whipped cream on the cheesecake, a little better piece of meat, you know.
We'll go out and
Next
make,
year, Wayne, we'll have
we'll,
the idea.
we'll go out
Sit
and
outdoors
make
and
the meat.
smoke.
Wait a
Give me in
minute,
the
no,
kitchen and
no,
do
that's
it.
not it. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's not right.
That is the question.
You're figuring on going.
Can we eat the plate?
If you feel like it.
Thank you.
Okay, or
That
I'll
was
take my
pretty
chocolate
good.
away.
Boy.
Delicious.
Pick cards.
Okay.
Everything was absolutely delicious.
Rainbow.
Homegrown.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Homegrown.
Right,
Yeah.
I didn't try that.
No
You got
artificial
a
color.
good,
Beautiful color. No artificial color.
that Birch Street.
Yeah, you gotta hold that
in the
up.
Advocate.
Yeah, just any kind of words of wisdom. Can you give us any words? Sort of frightening to see yourself like that on. See, this is making an instantaneous picture on a recorder, just like what Everett does with the sound that he records, except that this makes a color picture and sound. So it
So you're gonna be seen on a big screen.
if you'd like to say a word or two, we'll play it back for you and you can watch what you just said.
Oh, how frightening. Oh, Everett.
How wonderful.
You remember when Grandpa said he was going to buy the first television set when it went down below $100?
No.
He wasn't going to buy one until then? Can't remember that? You never had a television set until they went below $100. That was sort of his joke. Yeah, he didn't buy a $100 set when they finally did, but he waited until they got down
Until
there
I
low.
got there and then he.
Yeah, you can't remember that.
That television set $66.
I remember their family all wanted a television set, and he didn't. And he came
Black and
home
white,
with a
actually.
Victrola. And were the kids mad?
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Why?
He came home with a Victrola instead of a television set. Can you remember those kind of stories out of all of our families? Everybody's always got high hopes of what they're going to get for vacations and stuff like that.
I don't know. It was just a regular day.
Uh,
It wasn't. I'm talking all the time.
That's a short amount of time. But you're really front and center. There's nobody else that's on right now.
Husband, you want to answer for?
Adobe puts a, you know, the way that works is that Adobe boosts the signal.
Ivan.
And then if you want to sit there and if you're really lazy, we can, John, Mark, please get up. We can take a picture of the lake out there for you.
Yes. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, we'll be here all next week, ma'am.
When did you get this?
Got it about Thanksgiving time last year.
Oh,
Sure.
So there's your view out the window there, and then if we ever found a deer or something, we could zero in on it, and you could watch it on the TV there. You wouldn't even have to see it. It's got about a 6-to-1. Well, here I'll show you what it does. Just look at that opening in there.
Oh, okay.
that's all right. Oh, there it is.
So that brings it in just about as close as it comes.
Oh. I see.
I haven't been down there yet this year.
Well, it's
They
pretty
said it was
much.
sand, and now the sand
You'll
is
go on.
whether they were, you know, really looked like you, like that picture up there.
Yeah.
With the television picture, there's just no doubt. It just is always there. You can take this one with a button and you can stop it, so it's almost like a portrait. You just
Oh.
press a button and you'll freeze you in whatever speed you're in.
Well, when they say something, I'm almost bossy, so it's better not to say.
Oh, you're not always bossy.
no.
You're saying things for the best.
Yeah.
And I got another little bulb in here that tells me whether the exposure is right or not.
How long have you had this?
Oh, 6, 8 months, 9 months.
Oh.
We lost our camera down
Oh.
in Miami, our movie picture camera.
Yeah.
And the thing that I can do with this is I have John who does a real good job in shooting the stuff, and we take movies of weddings.
Oh.
And that's really neat because then you get to see yourself coming in, walking down the aisle, and
Yeah.
you know, it's a moment that you'll never be able to recreate
Can
anytime.
you sell it?
Oh yeah, we do. It's a business kind of thing. That's why I have it. I couldn't really afford it. It's about $2,000.
It is.
So, yeah, but we don't charge. We just charge $35 for a wedding. There's some people that get like 150 or so.
Sure, I imagine they would.
So anyway, when'd you first come to Claybanks?
I'm 88 now. 2 years. I was
2 years old. 86 years ago.
6 years ago.
Get out tough.
No.
Did you hear me?
I lived across the road then. And Grandpa, great grandpa, and 2 uncles lived with us because this house wasn't completed then.
Uh-huh.
And we all lived together, something like this.
That'd be
we all-
like the 1890s.
We all lived
Time
together.
span.
Neither one could, well, they could talk English, but
How many did you? Oh yeah.
the father couldn't talk English. But the
How
children
many?
could.
How many kids were there in the family?
In mine or in Joe's, in Grandpa Severson's.
In yours, when you came up here?
Well, let's see, after that was Bird, Esther, Wally, Hank, Alfred, Alfreda. There's six more. Hank was the first farm baby.
He was the first one born over in the farm. Oh yeah.
And they always say he looks like a farmer. He had rosy cheeks, fat rosy cheeks.
Is that right?
He said he looked just like a farmer. Healthy, you know.
Yeah. Anything you remember from your early years when you were a little kid living over there? What kind of fun things did you go swimming in the lake at all?
Never
As a
learned
little
to swim.
kid? Never learned to swim, huh?
Water was too cold. I
And
should
the
say
water
the
was
water
too
was too
cold.
wet.
Too wet.
Too wet and too cold.
Too cold, huh? Did they have the Door County Fair back then?
Nothing. Are you going to the Door County Fair?
Yeah,
You're
we're
going
gonna go.
You better get your ticket.
Is that right? I haven't been there, and I'm sure it goes back to 50, maybe the 40s, when I came up here as a kid.
In the advocate, it said until August, after the August the 5th, you got to pay $2 1/4. Before that, it's $2 for
Oh,
a season ticket. So if you have quite a few to go, the
sure.
quarters
What,
count
that's
up.
what we ought to do, is get some season tickets in.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
And
buy
then people can go in any
6 or
day.
8 or
Sure,
so, and then when
yeah.
people did come up, they could take a ticket.
Uh-huh.
They have one already at a cheaper price.
Where'd you go to school then?
Salona School.
Salona?
That school.
It's up on the corner of
Well, it's torn down.
Shiloh and
Torn down now.
torn down.
There used to be a cheese factory around it.
Hmm.
Near it. I better be careful what I'm going to say now. I'll be.
Mm-mm. These are important words for us. We really want to know, and that's really why I brought it along more than any other reason, was to be able to share with you on some of your early roots and where you came from and stuff. Because
How
this
far
will be
do
a
we
family kind of thing that we're going to share for many years in the future. Would you be willing to maybe put together something? Come over sometime during the day when you didn't have anything happening for an hour and you could think about it beforehand and really tell me about the early years and maybe just make some notes and stuff? Because I mean, all of our kids and all of Ivan's and stuff like that will be interested in that in the future. And,
I've got a little piece already made up from the church.
but there's something special about you doing it yourself and expressing the different things that happen.
Well, this was about the birthday, everybody's birthday, or everybody at a certain age. They wanted an article on that person, where you come from, where you're settled, and all that. And I've got a sheet like that.
Oh yeah. I don't
yeah,
want a
but you-
sheet.
oh,
I want
yeah.
you to talk about it because it's more real than.
Well, I can read it right off the sheet.
No, I don't want the sheet. Sheets are
Okay, so
pieces
fuss
of
it.
paper. They're just black and white, and you're a human being with expressions and life. And so then you went to Salona School. Did you go to high school?
Nope, I didn't go. My mother wasn't feeling well. So
Just keep growing.
I stayed home. Well, we all stayed home until the next sister was old enough to take care of the household, you see.
Oh yeah.
So that's how,
And then you'd go off and go to work, or
no, I stayed home all the time until I got married.
until you got married.
But Bird, she went working. She went down to Milwaukee, and Esther went to Milwaukee. I was the older one, you see, so I stayed home.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
And then my older sister, she's 94 now, she really was the oldest one. She started keeping house at 12 years old. They quit school.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Rose.
Rose.
Out in Eugene,
Yeah,
Eugene, Oregon, yeah. And she's 94 years. She's 94.
But now she hurt her hip or her back somehow or another. She has to use a wheelchair. But Peppy,
Is she living with someone now?
no, she's all alone.
Oh, she's all alone?
Yes. Well,
And I remember going to that house, and it seems like it was up high, so there was a lot of steps, so she
Yeah.
must have to have maybe someone come in and bring some groceries or something.
well, it was up on the hill.
Yeah, I thought it was up on a hill, because I remember when Terry and I were first married, and we had little Toby, and we were going back to seminary then, and we went through Eugene, Oregon, and we stopped and just visited just for a few minutes, then went on our way because we had to get back to school.
Well, she said when she
Minnesota.
was buying that place, she didn't even bother going up to look inside what the house was like. She just liked to look from the bottom, up on the hill, and she bought it.
Yeah.
Who was that? We were buying a house.
That was Rose. She lives in Eugene, Oregon.
That's the one that you had the cake that was so good? Or no?
I don't know, but I remember, but it was up high, and now,
Yes.
Grandma says that she's confined to a wheelchair because you hurt her hip, and maybe her back. And I remember it was up high, you know. She's 94 years old, her older sister.
I would say she's brighter than I am now. Right now she's real bright. And she keeps up with her clothes, stylish and her hair.
Yeah. Does she write once in a while, like once every other month, or
Well,
does she
she
do any?
writes more to Bird because I got more to write, so I don't write to her often. I write to her birthday and Christmas
Yeah.
and things like that. I write to her.
Well, that's good. Boy, it's too bad she's so darn far away. You know, that's a
Yeah.
long way away.
Now her sister lives in Chicago, or outskirts. She only had 2 girls.
Oh, one of her girls lives in Chicago? one of
On the
Rose's,
outskirts of Chicago.
oh, outskirts.
And she's a real estate gal. A
Real estate?
money-making gal.
A money-making gal with real estate.
She's got 3 houses that she has.
See,
She takes care. She went up to see her mother now, but she only had 4 days off. In 2 years, she could only have 4 days off.
And she probably flew out there to see her then. Did she, or is she already gone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she came this June.